Good afternoon and welcome to Bold TV. My name's David Grasso and I am from Gen Biz. And this segment is brought to you, of course, by Engineered Tax Services, where engineering and accounting come together. Joining us via Skype is a dear friend of mine and the host of Red America Radio, Karyn Turk. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. It's so great to be back with you. I miss New York.
Of course, and I hear it's your birthday today. On behalf of the whole Bold TV and Gen Biz staff, we wish you the warmest happy birthday.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be celebrating my birthday with you.
Absolutely. So let's get right into it because you have those opinions and we want to hear it. A recent article in Forbes gave self-employed people advice on how to save thousands a year and reduce their taxes. She recommends a defined benefit plan. Can you tell us what that is and why that's important?
This is so good, and I'm so glad that Forbes did an article on this because I don't even know if you know this, David, but this is exactly what my husband, Karyn Turk, does. So when I saw this article come across from Forbes, I said, wow, this is great because it's something that is underutilized that many people don't know about. And it's something that can be particularly advantageous for people who are getting a large amount of income, who are self-employed. And, you know, in the age of the entrepreneur, which is the age that we're in now, we have a lot of people that can take advantage of these defined benefit programs and really get significant tax savings.
So what do? You stick the money in the account and then it's earmarked for something, correct?
Yeah, it's basically like an IRA, but I don't even want to use the word IRA because I think that sort of gives these connotations of a very like old school kind of situation. You know, retirement plans really aren't sexy, let's be honest. So most people, a lot of entrepreneurs are not planning properly for retirement, especially as entrepreneurs that are, you know, earning a salary of $150,000 or more. And this opportunity gives them a chance to put money away, save for the retirement, but also get significant tax savings. And you can actually take, I believe the numbers between $250,000 and $350,000 a year. And you can take that money and you can put it in one of these defined benefit programs and capitalize on that tax savings right away. The tax savings on $350,000 could be as much as $130,000 a year. It's pretty incredible.
So let's talk about retirement in general. Let's say you're not even making that much money. You're a young person, Karyn, as am I, right? Why should we be caring about retirement?
I'm a young person. This is great.
Why should we care about retirement at all? Why is this important? As you said, it's not sexy, but it's something we have to think about.
You have to think about it. And, you know, I don't like thinking about it either. And I don't even like grappling with the fact that retirement is going to be here before I know it. And one thing that stands out to me with the millennial generation and my generation is we really are not saving as well as our parents and our grandparents did for retirement. They did a much better job than we're doing. And it's very important. We're all going to get to the point someday where we want to live comfortably. I'm going to want to travel. I'm going to want to do things. And that needs to start now. Millennials need to start thinking about these factors now, not when it's too late. They don't need to get to my age and think about it on their birthday. And it's not a big birthday for me yet, but I'm getting there. And quite frankly, I'm actually looking at it and it's not that far away anymore. You know, life is like a roll of toilet paper. The closer you get to the end, the faster it goes.
Oh, I'm going to use that, Karyn. So that's a good one. So tell me, you know, if you're working with much smaller numbers, let's say you're a millennial or a member of Gen Z, and you're making a little money, should you still save for retirement?
Yeah, you should. I mean, you should be saving in general. You know, we think a lot of times of short-term savings and savings for, you know, buying a house or savings for, you know, things that we need right now. But it's really important to think towards the future. And even if you're putting a little away now, you know, that money's going to grow. And it doesn't take a lot to set up a retirement program, even if it's not a defined benefit program. You know, if you're a millennial young person, you need to be thinking about this today. You need to be putting just a little bit away every week because that number is going to grow exponentially and retirement's going to be here before you know it.
So I've been on the website to see how much Social Security I'm supposed to get, which of course I'm expecting the federal government to give me nothing by the time I'm, 70 years old and retired. But it shows that the average cost of healthcare by then for me is going to be $8,000 to $10,000 a month. It's expensive to retire. How much money do you need to retire? And can we even really predict that because prices change as time goes on due to inflation?
Yeah, I think that's a horrible prediction, David. I think it would be horrible to think that healthcare is going to cost you between $8,000 and $10,000 a month. Let's really hope that we find some way to solve this
Right?
crisis that we have, because that to me is going to be something that's really going to impact your retirement. That's not going to be good. That's something that really is another topic that we need to talk about, is how do we reform this healthcare system? And, Medicare is irrevocably broken. And when these Democrats come out and they talk about Medicare for all and they talk about the solutions that are on the table right now, these are not viable solutions. They simply are not going to be cost effective. So we have to find a way to work within the free market and make healthcare affordable. And hopefully by the time you retire, that bill will be significantly less than $8,000 to $10,000 a month. Let's hope we solve that problem now.
Yeah, it's a little crazy. Should we expect Social Security to be solvent for young people like me? I mean, this is something you talk a lot about as a radio host. You talk about, like, do we deserve Social Security? Is it better for the government to have a balanced budget? Like, how do these trade-offs that politicians tend to ignore? We're eventually going to have to confront them, right, Karyn?
Yeah, I mean, I think you can't have it both ways. And, you're talking about a lot of these millennials that right now, are okay with high taxation, but they're also not in the capitalist mentality because they really haven't started to make a living and pay taxes the way that you and I do. And, they're going to come around. I keep saying this on the show. I've said it again. I'll say it again and again and again. A lot of them are going to change their tune. But I think it's very important that they realize that Social Security may not be there for them. And things may change dramatically. At the same time, it's right around the corner, but, it is far off. And they need to realize that they need to be putting something away now, because Social Security is not guaranteed for their future.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree, and that makes retirement planning that much more important. So, what are you doing for your birthday? And then we'll say goodbye to you. How are you celebrating today, Karyn?
Do you know how I'm celebrating today, David? I'm so glad you asked me. I am actually doing a fundraiser tonight for Best Buddies, which was one of my favorite charities down here in South Florida. They're a national charity. They pair people with intellectual disabilities with other people in the community, sort of like a big brothers and big sisters. But, they promote social inclusion and inclusion in general. And I am actually nominated as Champion of the Year down here in Palm Beach, and I will be hosting my birthday party tonight in their honor.
Yeah, and you bring it, and congratulations on that. And I want to tell you, a lot of people assume charity means your pocketbook, and of course that's important, but a lot of times time is even more important, isn't it, Karyn?
It is. And charity is bipartisan. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. We need to focus on the things that unite us, not the things that divide us. And the one thing that we can all come together on is that we all want to be included and we all want to be socially accepted. And this charity to me is something that's really near and dear to my heart. And I'm just so honored to be a part of it.
Well, great. Always the best gift is giving back. Karyn Turk, always great seeing you, and have a fabulous day.
Thank you. You too. Bye, David. Bye, Bold Team.